Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and this is coming to you from my home, here in Cave Junction, Oregon. Tonight I should like to share with you a response to some claims made by a government media disinformation agent, one of whom have been stalking my writing for the last 16 years on the internet. He starts out by saying, the unemployed, homeless, convicted felon, liar, lied. I responded, there's nothing unemployed about this man, unless you regard everyone who is retired to be unemployed. However, your deceptive spin is well noted by just about everyone. It's time to change your internet handle about now, is it not? He says, you have been unemployed for decades. My response? I have no need to work. All my needs are met by Providence. It does work in mysterious ways, you know. You have been a repeated jailbird for years, he claims. I was in jail for a time before standing before the court sui juris and before the state of Oregon and county of Josephine blundered into making the mistake of arresting a sovereign man who left them with egg on their faces. He says, you have been a convicted felon for years. My response? That's the whole point of my watershed case in American jurisprudence. I, this living man, have never been convicted of anything. The living man had a clean record prior to the arrest and still has a clean record. You confuse the living man with the government-created fiction, the entity that they created. That is the only person that they have jurisdiction over. I just exposed their scam upon the American people when they attempt to expose, to link this living man with their own created straw man, the juristic person, the defendant, whose name is spelled in all capital letters. They could not do it to this sovereign man, who was coached throughout the two trials by divine guidance. As you can see, the satanic courts didn't stand a chance. Jesus of Nazareth stood silent. I did not. My purpose is to expose the satanic system for what it is. The only question remaining is, how long will it take for the slaves to wake up and realize that they too are Christ's, but they suffer from amnesia due to their satanic conditioning? When the thousands of people who have been snookered by our courts with their satanic tactics read my website and realize what the courts are doing to them, and observe how one simple man of truth, a Christ, has shown them the way to freedom, you shall have your revolution. He says, you have been homeless for years. I never have been homeless in my whole life. My home is where I park my 40-foot diesel pusher. You may have noticed that Jesus of Nazareth, during his public life, did not have a permanent home. Would you have called him homeless? He said, your address is a rural parking lot. My response, presently, I'm at an RV park with all of the amenities. He said, you sleep in a battered 40-year-old bus. My response, battered? Hardly. Your wife died to escape you. I said to him, and you're a cowardly, sniveling, shadow-dwelling son of a bitch to be bringing up my deceased wife. You really can't sink any lower, can you? I can see why you must hide behind a legion of aliases just to function on the internet. Would you care to leave your real name, your true name, and your address for people to see what a snake looks like? Not to worry, though. In time, all masks will come off. He said, you are recognized internationally as a kook. Nah, only by a handful of government, media, mind controllers, disinformation agents who set up bogus internet kook contests. He said, you have collected nothing on your bogus claims. My response was, do you see me trying? I've done my damnedest to hold government agents accountable for their crimes without harming them. I have used the Christ way to expose them to the American people. They will be dealt with by the American public when the time comes. That is, if Americans ever tire of being screwed over by their government. He said, you will collect nothing on your bogus claims. And then said, you certainly got what you deserved. My response, it ain't over till it's over. There you have it. This kind of activity has followed me on the internet for the last 16 years. They have not been able to break me. They have libeled me. They have created fictitious stories, fictitious autobiographies. They have done everything in the disinformation agent's manual to destroy this reputation of this simple messenger of truth. What I want to know is, has the last 16 years been for naught for you to go meekly into the pens, into the holding cells, into the concentration camps? Please, wake up and do something now, before it's too late.